Welcome to the latest installment of the Run to Daylight show. I am your host, Todd Burrows. Saturday morning drafting, and we are going to be. First thing we're going to do is turn off YouTube so that I'm not hearing myself in the background. I'm going to be doing a live draft on Underdog and a live draft on DraftKings concurrently. And it's a little early. I don't know if anyone will listen to this live, but I wanted to start doing my own show again. And I missed doing multiple live drafts, all of them around the same time. I do a lot of drafts on Underdog this year for the first time. I'm still not my core competency by a long shot. I feel a lot better this year about how I'm drafting on Underdog after a bad year last year. But my main money tends to go into the FFPC. In fact, I have a main event today with BIP Coin, Biplop Mandel, and we're drafting from the 5 spot. So I filled the first 2 rounds in the order I want them. BIP and I have to discuss it, obviously. But I'm glad that Chris Olave is really the tier break here. So guaranteed to get someone good in the second round, and excited to do that. Speaking of the FFPC is home to not one but $2 million grand prizes. You crush your home, office, and family league every year, so it's time to take the next step to fantasy glory. The FFPC is where you need to play fantasy football this summer. No salary caps, no DFS, no new formats to learn, just pure drafting fun that you've loved for years. The main event and the Fantasy Pros Championship, you can manage your team and chase down those 7-figure payouts. Or check out the FFPC's other great leagues, including, as you know I do, I came in 4th last year in their best ball tournament, hoping to believe and do even better this year. They have a ton of dynasty leagues and many, many more. Leagues are going off every single day at myffpc.com. That's myffpc.com. So we're waiting right now on both of the drafts. So if any of you guys want to jump in and see my board, that is certainly on the table. And we will get to the screen in a minute or two. I love the board right now on Underdog, the way that it's breaking out. So we're going to see how that will go. I also just finished the draft, and we can look at that while we wait for these 2 to fill. So the first, this is the draft that I did. And basically, I got Herbert and Purdy at quarterback. I got Eckler in the first round. I went with only 4 running backs. I don't do that very often. I probably could have done a 5th, but I just kept finding other things I wanted to draft, and I didn't mind going fragile. We have locked the DraftKings one, and we got a couple more, I think, still on the Underdog one. So you can see that I got great value on Eckler at 9, Ramondre at 33, and Josh Jacobs at 40. So I decided to go fragile. We've got Herbert stacked with not only Eckler and Quentin Johnson, but Joshua Palmer. Greg Dulcich coming back week 17. You can see the playoff views that I've got. Those are my week 17 correlations. So I've got it from 4 different games. My second quarterback has Ayuk and Dotson. So, I also got Marvin Mims coming back. So pretty happy with that team. Let's see where we're at with the best ball is still 8 of 12. So I am going to switch over so you guys can see my screen. And I have to show you my whole screen. So let me close 1 or 2 things. Share screen. Entire screen. Nations allow. Boom. All right. So there's my screen, and now you guys should be able to see my DraftKings. Let me make these a little bit bigger so that you guys can see them better. You're going to be able to see the draft hacker that I use from Spike Week. I like having the team grid from Spike Week as well. And I got the 12 pick. And since this is 20 rounds, it doesn't really matter that we've got all right. So you guys who have followed me before, we're going to catch this. You're going to see that I fill up my queue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does this weird thing that's annoying when people make picks. I'm not going to be taking Barkley. I'm not going to most likely be taking Wilson. Pollard. So those are I got more than enough to get me through. Let's see which way we attack it. This started. So where did it go? That's Ball Mania. Let's go in here. Let's see what pick we got here. We got the 9. We got a little fly trying to annoy me. So let's get 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Amon Ra. I'm adding to my Amon Ra. I could use some Nick Chubb. I could use some Dijon. I'm pretty good with Diggs. I'm not as high on Diggs as I have been, so I'm mixing him in a little bit more. You guys know that I am not a big one for, definitely not a big one for having too much of any guy in the first 2 rounds because of the injury risk. So we really don't have a correlation here. So I'm going to take 2 guys that I like, Amon Ra. And you know what? Let's go correlation. Let's take Tony Pollard in this one. That's not going to be as owned as Amon Ra and CeeDee Lamb. So that differentiates me a little, keeps me, and you see now I'm 22 picks away. I want to sort it by ADP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I doubt I'm going to be able to get to this before I'm up again in the other one. That is the challenge. So I've got 16 with 21 picks. So I've got plenty of room to go. Boom, boom. Second round, Dijon? Or is this first round? I need some Bijan. All right, we're going to do a Bijan. I could definitely use some. And we'll see how this goes. There's so much value at running back early right now with the uncertainty. So, all right, so I'm 20 picks away. I've got 15 in the queue. So I really don't want Keenan Allen, but 1, 2, 3, Lamar, Debo, Hopkins. All right, we'll just see how that plays out. I've got 17 with 19 in the queue, so I should be good. Let's see. Is there any correlations outside of right away? There isn't. I'm on the clock on my other one here, and I need a wide receiver. So I've got plenty of Waddle, 13%. I'm a little low on Olave. I've been adding some Olave. So This is going to be an unusual one for me with those two guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the most annoying thing when it moves as you're trying to do the queue. And there's really not much way around it. It can really be a pain in the neck when you're trying to draft, because this is how I try and set things up. I'm going to refresh this just to make sure my draft thingy is working. I'm 13 picks away. I've got 14 in the queue. Like Brees Hall, I don't see any other correlations. So we're going to just leave that. Start thinking about the second pick as well. Lamar, I don't mind at all. Gibbs, I'm a little light on Gibbs. I definitely don't want Keenan Allen there. I got plenty of Jerry Jeudy. A little light on Najee for a reason. Same thing here. Put Watson in the queue. London, I really don't want with Bijan. I don't want to stack two from that team very often. Hopkins. I've been coming around on DJ Moore, and that allows me to add Fields. So maybe I'll reach for one of them, and you can see now that the two are pretty close to aligned. So we've got 6 picks away and 9 picks away. That can really be a pain in the neck when you're trying to do two and get your volume. I've still got about 75 DKs to max out. So I'm trying to do at least one a day and 2 or 3 on weekends. I'm not going to be doing a max out on the Best Ball Mania unless there is some kind of offer that comes down the pike. DraftKings has that offer where if you max it, you get 150 back. I mean, to me, that's a no-brainer. So let's look. 3 picks away. And there goes Mark Andrews, who I would have easily taken. So DraftKings, obviously you want to stay wide receiver heavy. I'm not a huge believer in Keenan Allen, but I am a believer in his quarterback. Will his quarterback make it back? Where is his quarterback? I don't think he will. So I don't want to do that. I like Debo. Debo I'm under on, but I've been adding because it allows me the opportunity to get a very good value on Brock Purdy late. So I'm going to take Debo. And I also am trying to get my Watson back up. But I like Hopkins too. Oh, Brees Hall. I'm sorry, 4th round Brees Hall. We'll stay balanced for now. 2 picks away here. So let's start adding names. And take a quick look. So you can see there's no correlations for week 17 yet. The only stack I could make is with Drake London. That's why he's in green. I'm going to take Calvin Ridley. That's kind of a no-brainer. His ADP's been going up. And let's try and add here. Struggle against the format. So I'm up to 20, and I'm 20 picks away. So at that point, I know I've got my queue filled. I like Godwin. I like Lockett. Gabe Davis, not without. He's moved up lately, not without. I do like Waller. See, it's so annoying. Every time it moves up, you lose who you had in there. I don't have any correlations except for Dotson, and I'm not going to reach for him, I don't think. All right, 3 picks away here. I don't want ETN with I didn't reach for DJ Moore. on the last pick. But see, this is, it makes me a little different. I don't think DJ Moore's ADP is going to get up here. And it will give me that correlation with Bijan. I keep calling him Bijan. So I'm going to take DJ Moore. You see, show playoff view. So there's my correlation. 1, 2, 3. How many am I? 16 away. How many is that? 15 picks away, 17 in queue. Correlation with Miles Sanders. Stack with Trevor Lawrence. I don't have a ton of Trevor Lawrence, so that could be an option. But because I don't have a lot of Trevor Lawrence, I won't be heartbroken if I don't get him. 6 picks away here. I have 2 and 2. I like to have more wide receivers before wide receivers drop off. So this could be a wide receiver thing. Streaming. Let's see, any comments? Leo Longoria, enjoy your show. Thanks. I appreciate you. I haven't done any shows on this stream, so most of my listeners are, either waiting for my sharp show or they are gone in the wind. And that's the downside of getting burnt out on doing your own show. All right, so I don't want Madison because I think he's one of the most egregiously priced guys. So Hollywood Brown made it back to me. Make sure I'm on ADP. I wasn't on ADP. So I will take Lockett. I have one hand on my Lockett, and on the other hand, I'm scooping Hollywood Brown. So 8 picks away here. That gives me plenty of time to fill my queue. 3, 4, 5, 6. See how it does it, and then it undoes it? So annoying. The good news is the draft's moving fast. All right. So I got 19 in, and then we start looking for people that I like. David Montgomery a lot, so I'm going to add him. I like Elijah Moore, and I've got the correlation with the Jets. And you have to think him against the Jets would be good. Dak, even though I have, I like Sky. Odell's been growing on me. All right, so I got enough guys, plenty of guys, up in 11 picks. So let's get back over here. 6 picks, 1, 3. It's not in there. I'm not on Kittle in this format. There's so many good late tight ends. I need more Jackson Smith and Enigma. So this is the kind of thing that you run into. Do I take Trevor Lawrence when he's not, pick 65 at pick 57, or do I wait? Last year, a lot of times I would have reached. This year, especially in a draft where I've got Olave, that means I can get Derek Carr late. If I take Godwin, I get the correlation. That would be very interesting to me. And you'll notice how there's running back value almost every time when you're picking here. Justin Fields would be a no-brainer. He, of course, didn't make it. I would have had DJ Moore. It didn't quite work out. but I didn't expect it to. All right, Hawkinson 51. That's not a lot of an advantage, 51 to 57, to take someone with no correlation when there's so many good tight ends late. I like all two of these three running backs. I've got plenty of Tyler Lockett. I mean, there really isn't anyone that I like enough. Lockett just went. No, Walker just went. Is Lockett still there? I will take Lockett, and I will risk Mr. Lawrence. This opens up another later quarterback stack with Geno. And I'm on the clock on the other one. And I'm going to take Dotson. Who else? Pitts, 68.86. That's a pretty damn good discount. So I took Pitts, even though I really don't always need a quarterback, a running back, a tight end that early here. But and you see why when you're doing two, it's really important to have your queue filled, to have an idea of who you want. I don't want Tony pretty much at all right now. Geno, P. Ryan in this format I like a lot. Freiermuth, Rodgers. I don't have. Who do I have? Oh, I have Breece Hall. I like Nico. All right, so I'm 2 picks away here, 18 picks away here. I've got 18 in the queue, and I got plenty of time to get back to it. So Trevor Lawrence did make it back. So now I have him at a pick value. So, you got to have, you're doing a lot of these. Value is important. So now I've got a 1-1-4. Let's fill this queue. And the reason I go in order and rarely skip early in drafts is because it's rare that they don't go off the board. And that way it's easier to count. As I go later, you'll notice that I don't click on everyone. There's just guys I don't want to accidentally take by having them in my queue. So 14 and 14. Rashad White with the correlation. Definitely there's no other correlations. Any other stacks? No. I like Elijah Moore. I love Treylon Burks this late. I like Brandon Cooks this late. So we're set up there. 6 picks away here. Sort by ADP. Got that. And this, I'm not getting, see the hacker sometimes disappears. Why, I don't know. So I'll refresh. Hopefully it'll come back up. And there it is. Show playoffs. That's the view I tend to like. The one I love here, I do like Zay Jones. And Geno with Lockett. That would be a kind of a no-brainer. If I get sniped, that will suck. So a lot more likely to take 3 quarterbacks in this format, and Automan already has a quarterback, so I do get a Geno. You can see I'm not a huge Geno guy. Why is it not letting me take him? Oh, come on. Frozen. So now I got to get in here. I got Geno, thank God. And I will take a Nico. that opens up more late quarterbacks. So with the 300-yard bonus, I'm a lot more likely to do that. So we now have a build of 1-2-6-1. So I've got my wide receiver core. I've got a stud tight end. I've got one of my quarterbacks. You want to keep that in mind, but I'm only 2 picks away here. I would have liked another. I mean, Monty is a no-brainer if he makes it. I don't want Guthrie. I don't want Quentin. Really, I'm not much of a James Conner guy. And Monty made it. So I took a first-round running back, and now I haven't taken a second until a good value on Monty, 5-pick value. I really like Monty this year, and that's good. Coming back, Pacheco's been falling. James Cook is a target. Kamara only a 3-game suspension. This is a great chance to get another running back. If I don't get a wide receiver that I like, I'm going to get someone I really like here. All right, so 16 picks away. I got to start doing this. Goff would be nice if he fell. Williams, no. Boyd, yes. Charbonnet, yes. Let's see, it keeps doing this, and it's so annoying. Schultz. Dulcich. Myers. I'm off Mitchell right now. Bigsby, that's really getting early for Bigsby. Gallup. Mooney. I've got 2 running backs, so I wouldn't mind Bigsby. 1 pick away, so this is what can happen. So I really like Treylon or James Cook here. Connor is a great value. No, not a great value, 8 picks. Not enough to take someone I don't really like. All right, so Treylon or James Cook. Boy, they are both such good values. That is a tough choice. All right, I got the correlation week 15 with Treylon. I'll use that as a tiebreaker, but I really like both of those guys. But there's more running backs I like later than wide receivers, so that's also another tiebreaker. You like Odell. I'm always good to get him. I really like Brian Robinson. I like Nico. Gino again is a chain. So how many? 13 away, 19 in the queue. That should take me pretty much to my next pick. Zay Jones is a target, obviously, in this. All right, so remind me, I only have... So Mooney made it. I've got the correlation with Atlanta. That makes a no-brainer. I need to start taking some running backs. I've got Debo, though, with Purdy, so I'm going to take him. This team, I've got 2 early good running backs, so we're going to let running back go a little bit more. But I will probably come back with 2 of them next. And I absolutely could get sniped. I've got to take this, guys. I'm going to mute for a second. Hey, I'm doing a podcast. What's up? What? Oh, my gosh. Not without me driving a half hour to come get you. Hold on. Let me see if I can get Jacob. All right. All right, guys. I got to run. I got a problem with my job. We did 30 minutes here, and I will see you guys later. Bye.